Okay, today I'm gonna talk about 5 things that I love about Seoul. But before I get started, note that this is solely based on my opinion, and I have spent 20 years in the US. And also, this is coming from someone who's actually living in Korea and not visiting. And I think the difference between visiting and living is that if you're visiting, you can pretty much cherry pick stuff. You do things that you enjoy, or do things that you're interested in. But if you're living in it, you are a part of this society, and you are heavily affected by the social structure and the living system. And obviously there are gonna be some things that will overlap between these two, but like I said, this is just based on my opinion. Okay, the first thing is obviously the food. And if you watch one of my previous video about, Seoul, Korea 101, Seoul is a city with large population, which means there's gonna be a lot of competition and needs for different variety of foods to satisfy people. And this results in, high quality and creative food. Also, the street foods are good. It's inexpensive. And if you go to one of those markets, I'm not talking about markets like in a building, it's actually a market, like a flea market. Foods are really good and cheap, and you can get a hot noodle for less than $3, which is even considered cheap in Korea. Second, is a public transportation. And I haven't been to many countries, but I think Seoul has one of the best public transportation system. And you can pretty much go anywhere within Seoul using the subway, train, plus the bus. And they have a really good transfer system. For example, if you transfer from a bus to a subway within 30 minutes, you only pay the cost difference. Like, you pay $1 for the bus, and if the subway train costs $1.25, you only pay the 25 cents when you transfer within 30 minutes. This allows people to plan their trip using 2 different public transportations, and which is really efficient. So I'd rather take public transportation than drive in Korea. There are lots of things to do in Seoul, and in US all the store closes by 9 or 10 p.m. But here in Korea, some stores are open 24 hours. And there's a lot of festivals. If you search online, it will tell you where to go. So there's a lot of things to do if you're really outgoing. The fourth is delivery system. You can pretty much order food from anywhere. The delivery system is big in Korea. It has to do with the culture as well. The Korean culture, which is hurry, hurry, meaning. And there's also a lot of one-person households, meaning there's a lot of single people living on their own. So delivery system is only going to grow. The fifth one is the safety. It's illegal to own a gun in Korea. So there's no mass murders, or kids don't have to worry about getting shot in school. I think that's a huge thing. And this doesn't mean it's bulletproof. There are crimes still happening. It's not a mass killing. And if you're in the city, there are CCTVs everywhere, which I think it sort of prevents crime from happening. And it also helps to catch criminals, I think.